Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain. Hello, pirates, and friends of Pirate Chain, accumulators of ARRR. Yeah, hi, I'm E. Giuliano. It's the 6th of October. And if you are indeed one of the aforementioned or somebody not mentioned, welcome. Thanks for joining. I'm going to share the screen and look at some Pirate Chain price charts. Whoops, where are you at, Pirate Chain price chart? Give me 1 second here. Let me redo that. Take two. Where are we here? Return. There we are. Okay, now share screen. There you are, Pirate Chain price chart. Thanks for bearing with me. I hope you liking the video, make your comments, all that good stuff. We're going to talk today using the getaurox terminal about the Pirate Chain ARRR BTC price chart, the accumulation. We got some Wyckoff accumulation talk for today. Really excited about it, actually. And then, yes, coming, we'll take a look at some USDT numbers. But for this video, it's going to be focused in on the ARRR BTC. A couple of ideas that I want to really flesh out, build into something here. So we're on, oh, the 4 hour. How did we get here? Let's go daily. Okay, daily price chart, 4 hour as well shows a lot of more detail in this idea here is accumulation. Okay, that's the idea. If you didn't know yet, now you know. We are in a considered accumulation, or it's going to be a redistribution. Either way, point being, hey, where did those vertical lines go? Oh yeah, I deleted them. Okay, I'm going to come back here with some ideas. Super slop. We are finally into this box here that has been drawn out with the price. Okay, cool. We're on a daily price chart. Okay. Now, we've had an incredible move up in price, markup, markdown. This markup, we're going to look at some time analysis as well, along with the Wyckoff ideas, once we start getting the vertical lines in. And we'll start looking at time analysis just for fun. Okay, so here we go. You ready? You got your snacks, or are you laying your head down on your pillow if you need a nap? Okay, yeah, just stay hydrated here and all the way around. My cup is looking, oh, it's half full. I nearly spilled that. Okay, here we go. Now with this idea is markup, markdown. We have this period now of accumulation, Wyckoff accumulation, we can call it. Let's take a look. I'm going over here. Okay, what do we have? This is a preliminary support here. Then we have a selling climax, an automatic rally. We have the secondary test. This is a phase A into phase B. Seems to take, each of these has these vertical lines, time frames. That's the time axis. Horizontal lines are the price axis. So the point of support and the higher move here are related. You know, you get that. And then the selling climax and the secondary test are related in that. In that way, you get the two parallel higher and lower bands, with the then in phase C lower low spring below that lower band. Okay, you get some tests of springs and whatever. We're not here yet, we would say, because we would say here in this Pirate Chain we'd be around the phase C. Wouldn't you say here we'd be lower than that previous low, which would have been a secondary test of the previous selling climax here of this downtrend. So we'll just take a look at that. Again, we had that selling climax and that secondary test, which hits that lower band. And in our chart here, it's the red one. Okay, I'm going to expand this here. Now we're coming in. Secondary test hits that red one. Okay, in here, the move higher hits the upper red one. And then within the greens is I don't remember how I got the top green one. We'll see, but we have the selling climax here. Anyway, the top green one was there anyway, but yeah, we see that there is some action there, and it's all good. We're in a good position here to see that, okay, we are looking at potential spring on the pirate chain price chart. We are not yet in this phase C, D, and E area. Phase A and B have seemed to complete. So phase A is between the second, just after the secondary test there, which we might consider to be this area here of like 25th July on the pirate chain price chart, our BTC. Okay, selling climax, let's say secondary test here. For whatever reason, that's where it is. Okay, and then that was that point, which helps us, and we see confirmations along the way. Okay, and there's this will come back to previous price action as well, back here with our primary supports there. Okay, so or preliminary, I should say, maybe. Yeah, so anyway, check it out yourself if you're interested, but it looks like that's where we are. Either that or we're going to be into a redistribution phase and we end up falling lower, right? Okay, so those are the two ideas. So, but we're watching this for now. Those of you who are into accumulation, and the idea being, okay, look, so BTC now is at like a 52,000 level. Is that where I saw it there? There you go. You're at 52K again, right? So, oops. So BTC is going to be taking some room, some liquidity in the markets. What does that mean? That the BTC pairs of the altcoins mark down until there's really attractive reason for the BTC to move into the alts. And also they move in waves and in differentiations. So pirate chain being, let's say, on this, privacy tip and whatever, it's very, on a certain level, it's quite simple and yeah, just you see the emotion. I see the emotions, the emotional waves. It works on the ideas, the concepts. Oh, this is a privacy coin. Oh, this is NFT. Oh, this is a that, and this is a that. Well, so a pirate chain and the others will get their turn in that sense. Right now, pirate chain and its dollar value is not really, it's basically flat and down, right? We'll take a look at that in the next chart, but it's better than the BTC chart. BTC keeps trending down, whereas the pirate chain USDT, it has a bit of a different slant. Same thing with all the other, well, many of the other alt USDTs. Anyway, okay, so, and then of course, if you're doing trading and you want like wild volatility, you have to go where there's even more liquidity. But in this case, if you're looking for huge markups, you got a pirate chain. And if we're looking for a longer term, this could be a very decent level of accumulation, especially now, like where we are. If this is accumulation phase, anybody grabbing in here, you could be in a good spot. And if you have your order set down at 3,000, it goes down there. I mean, none of this is financial advice. I don't know how low the spring would be, but the spring shouldn't be too low. Let's hope. Unless, I mean, the KMD move there, KMD, BTC, who knows if that was spring. Wow, that was a low one, but that's another story for another chart. Okay, so we're on the pirate chain, potential spring developing here. And then the next question is, you see these regression lines, the purple and the yellow, are they the creek, coming from these price levels and trending down? Possibly. And then, but I think the more confirmatory creek or regression line triangle, downtrending resistance line would be this teal one over here, and playing with this previous price action. And I think once we get that, we could be confirming the end of C. We would be confirming the end of the C area where we'd be crossing over, but maybe not, maybe because then that would be corresponding to a line like this. So maybe it is just this line like this, fine. That would be more corresponding to the yellow and purples. So could be close to the next phase. Okay, in that sense, let's start getting out the marker. And where was it? On the daily. So something like this, and something like, where was it? It was before the spring and after the secondary test. So after the secondary test, we said it was about here, and then the spring is about here. So before the spring is about here. So this is the B, this is the A, this is the B. We're into potential a C for then a D, you know. I don't know where the E goes. So A, B, C, D, and then we'll see what that looks like. You know, in this case, in the D, the E is just, you know, it marks back up. And the D is the last point of supply, sign of strength, back up, or last point of supply there. I don't know, we have some language here, the actual names of the phases. So you had that preliminary support. What else do we have here? Where is it? Oops, there we go. So we had that preliminary support, a selling climax, automatic rally, secondary test, a spring. Then you had that last point of support, backup, sign of strength, which were these levels here. And yeah, you had that spring, you had the tests. Okay, automatic rally at first, which we found over here. Interesting though, just overall, how it plays out. Maybe this is the, I don't know how they work the tests, but anyway, all right, so now, so that's the kind of idea, A, B, C, D, and here would be E. So then we can say, okay, cool. If that's the case, keep a close eye on the horizontal levels, which is the price levels. And also let's keep a close eye on the vertical levels, time levels, just to take a look. What does that mean? Okay. So we have this huge markup. We're going to take a look kind of price action from about here. Let's say 4th of April. That's the beginning of that impulse, a huge markup. Then we're going to relate it to this markdown, which leads us to about the 10th of July. And then we're going to, maybe even just a bit before. And then we'll take it to the 10th of July. And then we're going to compare that also with this horizontal, this lateral accumulation type of phase. So let's go. So we're going to take this Fibonacci time extension tool, 4th April up to 23rd April. Yeah, there it is at the top there. And so now from here, okay, roughly, if we need to just hold on there for a second and zoom in. Wow, nice. We have a lot of lines, but bear with me. Okay. This is the daily price chart. We took this markup from here, April 4. So it starts here, actually, our fib tool, and it ends here. That's one time period up to 23rd April. And then comparing that to the horizontal, the downtrend is about 23rd April to about July 10, which is here. See how far over we went? We went all the way over here. This period here, okay, in comparison is about, why are they not showing? This is a 3 and this is a 5, okay? So this is about 4 time periods. It'll look a little bit easier in a sec. Whoops, in a second. I'm just trying to tell you here, it's 4 time periods to about here. I know there's a lot of vertical lines, gets a bit getting used to, and also they're smushed together on the lower screen, so it's harder to see them. But this is here to here is one time period. It's the same amount of time as the markup. So this time period here is the same as this time period here to the purple. And then from the purple to the June here, this 2, that's another 1. So that's 2 periods, okay? And then all the way to here would be 3 periods, okay? And then this is 5 periods. The July 10th is about 4 periods, okay? Let's call it. So about 4 periods was the difference. So 1 markup, 4 markdown. 1 period markup, 4 period markdown. So that's about 25% of the time was the markup, if 100% of the time was the markdown. Then now we have then now we have this sideways action. I hope you can follow this with me. I know it's not the easiest way to present it and to see it here. Hopefully that's better. Oh, maybe this works better for all of us. Okay, markup, markdown. You see, that's about 4 periods. Here's 3 periods. Here's 5 periods. Here's 4 periods. Sorry for that horrible presentation there. Whoops. And now what we can see is this sideways action. Well, another 4 periods. We'll see where that leads us. Okay, so I'm going to show you that one there. If we were to instead take it from the July 10th area, it would be more than 4 periods. Here's 4 periods around like 22 September. Okay, we're beyond that. Whoops. Here's around 22 September, 4 periods. Here's 5 periods. Here we're not at 5 periods yet. So the accumulation taking a bit, going to be taking longer than the markdown. Let's imagine it goes, let's take a bigger look, and here's the 8th. That's what I was looking for. Here's the 8th, around 8th of December. So what I noticed was, okay, we have all these vertical lines and we'd already placed vertical lines. So how close can we be to this type of action? Maybe the spring does happen further away or whatever, but okay, let's see. If we take this now, we're going to delete that. And now we're going to compare, instead of the markup, we're just going to compare the markdown with the horizontal accumulation in time. Okay, so markdown. Here we go. And then if we take it from the horizontal, okay, we see that 1 period of the markdown would lead us to here, from here to here. All right, September 24, July 10 to September 24 is about 1 period. We're pretty close with our vertical line there. So wherever you put it, doesn't really matter, but it's kind of around that time, right? It's not exact. And the next thing, this next line is 1618. So, okay, let's just move this one over here, 1618, or is it going to be a 1382? Well, it's in between. Okay, fine, we'll leave it in between. And then this one here is pretty close, so we'll just leave it around the 2. So that would be 2 time periods would finish the D, right? Because we would say right now we're in a C of the Wyckoff accumulation. We're in a C phase springing, and then we would find our last point of support, sign of strength, backups. And that would be in this phase D, which we've matched here to end around this 2. Fine, just for fun. And that's that. So that's where we could leave our vertical lines. Okay, and now we can come back into the chart and say, all right, A, B, C, D, and E. Let's see how that plays out, if and when and how. And we'll watch our horizontal levels to make sure that we're still within what we would consider an accumulation. Otherwise, then we would be saying, wow, we're redistributing. Okay, careful out there in those choppy seas. But, you know, everyone's got to eat, so catch your fish. And wishing you all the best. That's been a bit of a Wyckoff accumulation and time analysis chart sharing. All right, of the ARRR BTC. Cool. Take care of yourself. Until next time, love, peace, happiness, and goodbye.